Did Jesus really rise from the dead? If Jesus didn't rise from the dead, Christianity falls apart. But if he did, that's not just a religious idea. That's history. So let's strip this down. No fluff, no preaching. Did Jesus actually rise from the dead? Or is this just something people made up? Let's start with what even non-Christian historians generally agree on. Jesus did exist. Jesus was crucified by the Romans, and his followers believed they saw him alive after. That's not really debated. The real question is, what explains that last part? Well, first, to me, what's important, the big eye-opener, is the empty tomb. If Jesus' body was still there, this whole movement dies immediately. All the authorities would have to do is say, well, there's the body. Game over. But that didn't happen. Instead, the claim was the tomb was empty. And this wasn't just some shallow grave. There was a huge stone sealing the entrance. And according to gospel accounts, there were even guards posted at the tomb. So whatever happened here at the tomb, it wasn't casual. Someone had to roll that stone over, and so when there were guards there, I don't know what they had to do with them. I think the Bible says that they fell asleep. But anyways, then you got the disciples. These guys went from hiding, they were scared, to suddenly going public, risking everything. And most of them were persecuted, even killed. Now here's the key. People will die for something they believe is true, but not for something they know is a lie. And yeah, people will say, well, in other religions, people die for their beliefs as well. That's true. But those people believe it's true. They're not in a position to know it's false. The disciples were either witnesses or they made it up. So what are the other options? Like we asked before, they made it up. Why would the disciples suffer and die for it? They hallucinated? Hallucinations don't happen in groups like that. And they don't explain the empty tomb. Was the body stolen? By whom? The Romans? The Romans wanted this movement shut down. Same with the Jewish leaders. So they wouldn't have stolen it, obviously. How about the disciples stealing it? Then why would they die for a lie? None of these really hold up well. So you're left with something uncomfortable. The simplest explanation might actually be that something real might have actually happened. And this is where it gets bigger than just history. Because if Christianity isn't true, then honestly, it doesn't really matter. But if it is true, then that changes everything. Not just what you believe, but how you live. So the real question isn't, do I like Christianity? It's, is it true? Thanks for watching.